Hey guys, welcome back to Tomb Raider. I'm Lushie, and today we're going to be heading to the next location. There will be a little bit of an intro cinematic, and I will let you watch that before we get into things.
Relocated now to St. Francis's Folly, new temptations torment me. Rumour amongst
my fellow brothers is that entombed beneath our monastery is the body of Teoken, one of the three legendary rulers of the lost continent Atlantis, and that with him lies his piece of the Atlantean Scion, a pendant divided and shared between the three rulers, which curbs tremendous powers. Powers beyond the Creator himself. My toes sweat at such possibilities, lying so close to my mortal self. Each night, I beat myself rid of these fantasies, but it is indeed a test.
Pierre, you litterbug.
Alright, I don't have much time to talk at the moment because we're already being attacked, but we have headed over to Greece, which is where Pierre Dupont is now on the trail of the second piece of the Scion in the tomb of Teoken. There we go. So again, we are ramping up the difficulty both in the scale of the level and the enemies that we'll face. Hopefully we'll continue to do okay. I'm just moving this block to help with that door a little bit down the track. And then we're going to move it back and open up a second door so that we can go in and fiddle with some levers. There we go. So yes, this is Greece. Everything is a bit more sandy here, a bit more yellow than grey. Ooh. We've got some gorillas after us. It was very nice of him not to come down. Okay. So I've got this lever here. And I think it's on this side. It's the other one. Oh, I've got another enemy. There we go. Just double check that there's nothing on this side. No. Okay. Out we go. Bonjour. There you are. Oh. So this is Pierre, and he's going to be a bit of a nuisance as we travel through Greece. But luckily, he doesn't stick around for long. So basically, he's going to show up every now and then, and I just have to damage him enough that when he disappears behind a wall, he despawns, but he runs away. So there's a room over here. This might be a little bit tedious. We'll see how we go though. Okay. So we want to traverse to the top part of this room, and we have to do so with the slopes we're going to be falling. Oh, first try. Ah, this usually takes me forever. Oh my goodness. This one is a bit easier. There we go. Ah, already done. I was worried about nothing. There we go. We'll just carefully head back down and continue with the level. Oh, I suppose I can show you what it used to look like. This is the original version of this opening section. There's a lot more atmosphere, my goodness. The Saber team really did a wonderful job with these remasters. Goodness, I hope I can make that. Yes. Sometimes I'm so sure that I will make a jump, and then as soon as I'm like in the air, I'm like, wait a minute, can I? All right. Into the next part we go. Now, this is another part that this is a bit tedious. It might take a couple of tries, but only because I want a secret. So we'll give it a couple tries. If I can't get it, then we'll just leave it. So we're going to slide down this ramp. And then we're going to fall off and grab. Yes. Okay. And again. Yes. Okay. So if I pull up and jump immediately, that should work, right? No. Why? Okay. Maybe, I mean, it's a bit cheap because you couldn't rotate during a jump in the original version, but I might try that. Jump, roll, grab. Jump, roll, grab. Yes. There we go. Right, so we've got another small medi, doing really well with those, and some shotgun ammo. I don't know if I mentioned, but the pistols that I use usually have unlimited ammo. But all of the other weapons require ammo that you will find around the levels. I'm pretty sure there's one more secret that I need to swim that way for, but we'll try and get rid of the crocodile before we do so, because they are very fast in the water. They're quite fast out of the water, actually. I'm sure you'll see later. Come here, please. There we go. Okay. Well, there's a bit of a current. Hope I can get there. Okay. Yes, so this was another secret. Some more shotgun ammo. I'm sure that'll come in handy later. I do prefer to use the pistols most of the time, but the stronger weapons, I mean, they obviously will have their uses. I usually like to save everything for the last few levels. Okay, and now we're heading up to a room. The centerpiece of this level is so incredible. Here it is. Look at this room. It's so tall. Oh my gosh. Used to look like this. Just makes you feel so small, you know? And we will be triggering quite a few bats on our way up and down. But there are 4 doors and there are 4 corresponding levers. So we'll have to head, or I like to do it by making my way down the tower and pulling all of the levers, and then working my way back up the tower, going through all the doors. Now you may have noticed that that door said Thor, and you may be wondering, why is Thor in Greece? Well, that was just a little mistake. It's okay. We've also got a Neptune door. They did fix that up for Anniversary. They changed the doors to Poseidon, and I think it's pronounced Hephaestus. I mean, I don't know how it's pronounced. I've only ever read it, to be honest. That one. That's the Thor door. Damocles. There's Neptune. That one's up the very, very top. Ooh, that was, oh, that was close. Ooh. Okay. Now I fear I've done this in a poor order for a secret for later, because I think some enemies will be triggered as we go back up, and they'll be down here while I'm trying to do something very quickly. So we might have to take a little bit of extra time later to make sure that we can do that safely. Ooh. Something up here? Yes. Here's the first door. Each of the doors will have a kind of trial. But that one seemed fairly easy, didn't it? So here's the first of 4 keys that we need to unlock the large door at the bottom. Sorry, I probably should have pointed that out. I was so busy with the lever. I do apologize. I get so distracted that I'm not very good at explaining everything. But I hope you're having fun anyway. Okay. I'm going to walk for no particular reason. My. So the swords on the ceiling have come alive. And if I walk too quickly, I'll walk into their path. Ooh. It always feels very, very close. And the two? Yeah. Think I should be safe. Okay. Nice, that's one down already. Let's head over to, is the next one? Thor. Okay. Might just do a quick save. I read in a walkthrough a very long time ago that you're meant to swan dive over the panel, and quite frankly, I don't know how that helps. But I'll do it anyway. I don't know how it helps over just jumping normally, but we do it anyway. So we've got Thor's hammer up there. Boom. That was quite close. Probably should have backflipped. Lucky I saved earlier. So reckless. I do love the music in this game, but like this track is going on a very long time. For like, I feel like this frantic vibe was really mainly for the lightning section. This room is quite calm. I mean, after you get over the stress of maybe being hit by the hammer. Don't know why, but I always feel that it's faster to push the block than pull it. Wonder if there's any actual evidence behind that. But in the animations, there are 3 pushes versus 4. Like it's 3 big pulls and then a little extra one. So it's like 4 animation bits compared to 3. So maybe that's why. Second key there. Oh, feeling a bit more confident with the big jumps. It always takes me a little bit to get back into it. Here we go. Nice. Okay, I think we might get attacked from below here. Because I feel like Pierre might have shown up down the bottom. But we should be able to avoid him for now. Oh! Sneaky. Okay. This is Atlas. do another quick save. Okay. I think... Oh. There's a pickup here, so we'll grab that first. And then we'll see if I can still do this room the way I used to. Oh, not quite. That wasn't very clean. Ah, that's alright. We survived. We've already got key number 3. We are flying through this. All that's left is Neptune, who is up the top. Oh. Where are you? Shame we couldn't see what I was aiming at, but that's alright. Don't like the angle of that. Alright. Excellent. Okay. So I've got a big pool. And nothing back here. Let's go. So we're sucked down to the bottom pretty quickly. But unfortunately, we will not have the same speed returning to the surface. So we gotta grab that key and go. Alright. Oh. From memory, you couldn't roll underwater in the original first game. That was added in Tomb Raider 2. So that at least already saves us a bit of time being able to do that. Nice. Alright, we might head down to the bottom and dispatch of the enemies and then come back up and try and do the secret. There's a bit of a speed run from top to bottom in through a timed door. So it would be easier if we can do that with no one bothering us. Okay. Going to get shot at a bit, so probably best to have a little bit of health. Did he go away? Oh goodness, that was very intense. Okay, let's use one of our large medipacks here. And we'll head back up and then come back down and put the keys in, I reckon. You may have seen me do this previously. She actually inches forward every time you jump straight up. So if you're not perfectly aligned, you can keep doing that until she grabs the ledge. It can be a bit tricky to line up the jump without an edge to walk to. So you may see a grey tile over here. That's actually a pressure plate. When we stand on that, it's going to open a door down below. So I'm going to save it here because this might take a couple tries. Okay. And I believe the timer only starts once you leave the pressure plate. Okay. Let's go. That was the wrong side. Oh no. Okay, let's try the other side. Oh goodness. My memory is really being tested. Okay, try this side. Take two. Okay. Ah! We made it! Okay. Excellent. I will need that later. That's all that's in here. Yes. And the door should open as we try to leave. There we go. Now let's put those keys in and get to the next level. Oh, I haven't even shown you guys what happens if you put in the wrong key or like don't even have a key.
No.
Classic. All done. This level used to cause me so many problems when I was younger. I think just because everything, all of the challenges felt so daunting. But we're already done. We missed a pickup. It's finally happened. But we did get all of the secrets. That's good. I'm sure I will miss one eventually. I hope that's okay. Anyway, that's all for the first level of Greece. I will see you guys for the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!